That is what's happened here. Now, there's ways to get out of it. Matthias's recommendation is you got to get people to realize that what we've got is a situation of global totalitarianism. In his experience in Europe, making people realize there's a bigger threat than the virus can cause a separation psychologically in this fusion, this hypnosis that has happened. The problem is, then you're just substituting a bigger boogeyman for the current one. And somebody else can come in and manipulate that. The real problem, and it gets back to your core point, we're sick as a society, and we have to heal ourselves. And one of the things we have to do is come together. We have to recreate our social bonds. We have to buy into integrity, the importance of human dignity, and the importance of community. That's how we get out of this. And I think that this insight of Matthias Desmet is really central to kind of making sense out of all of this crazy. We got a world in which the press is incentivized to push a storyline because they're all controlled by the same large funds that Pfizer is, and so is tech. I don't know how we're going to get out of it, but it's got to start with us, all of us, finding common ground.
I think one way we're going to get out of it is by realizing what it is. And by the way you just explained it and the way Peter McCullough explained it when he was on the podcast as well, this mass formation psychosis that we're currently experiencing, most people are unaware that's even happening. All these events take place, and it's this perfect storm of the social media aspect of it, the fact that we are disconnected, the COVID, the separation, the isolation from society, the lockdowns, also coming off of the 4 years of Trump, where we're so polarized politically. And it's become very, not just common, but accepted to other people, to point at the others, whether it's the Republicans or the Democrats or the Independents, whatever you choose
or
to make.
Or the unvaccinated.
Or the unvaccinated. That was what I was going to get to. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I find very bizarre about the tribal aspect of this is that people want me to get vaccinated. And like my friends who've been vaccinated want me to join the team. Like, go ahead, get the tattoo. Like, what are you saying? And I'm like, I've gone through the virus. I have immunity. I also have antibodies. I just checked them last week. Like, I could show you the test. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. There it is.
And I had to be tested when I came in the front door at your shop here.
Yeah, we test everybody. But the point being is it doesn't make any sense for me to get vaccinated, but
Totally.
they want me to join.
It's worse than that. It puts you at higher risk.
Yes.
Okay? They're asking you to take more risk for your health in order to join their club.
That's what it is. And that's what it is. And it's a tribal formation. And it's people who don't have personal sovereignty and people who aren't confident with standing by their own thoughts and objectively analyzing things outside of an ideology, outside of the tribe. Those people are very susceptible right now, and those are more common than not.
So, Joe, again, this is not me buttering you up, but this is why you're providing such a service to your country and to humanity, because you're one of the few voices that has an audience that is not Democrat or Republican or black or white or vaccinated or unvaccinated, all these dipoles that we create artificially. And you are trying to speak to that persuadable middle and do so with an open heart and an open mind. And in a world in which all of the information is being so carefully manipulated and so pervasively distorted. And I'm grateful, sincerely. My colleagues are grateful. And I think the world should be grateful for your leadership.
Well, I'm very grateful that there's courageous people like yourself that do put your reputations and your careers on the line by speaking out against this stuff when it is very difficult. And when you do get deplatformed for doing that, they know that by censoring you, they're not just censoring you. They're also making others like you self-censor.
Absolutely. I've been self-censoring for months. I mean, every morning when we post on Twitter, my wife and I, Jill Glasspool Malone, PhD, right, have this active dialogue. Can we post this? Not,
Right.
how do we say this so we're not going to get deplatformed? Blah, 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 blah. We're constantly self-censoring.
And it's crazy because you're self-censoring about your area of expertise, which is insane because the people who are censoring you don't have any education in it.
Yes, I agree. It's insane. It's the world we're in.